Yo, what is going on, investors? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about how Cathie Wood just sold about 10% of her overall stake in SOFI stock, right? It comes to about 1.5 million shares of SOFI stock that she dumped onto the open market. I want to talk about what's going on with Cathie Wood and her funds, and is this a good thing or a bad thing for SOFI stock? Let's get into it. All right, investors, if we take a look at the screen, we can see ARK Investment Management now owns 14.5 million shares of SOFI stock. We can see the percentage negative 10.4%. If we go over to one of my favorite websites, Simply Wall Street, we can see that ARK Investment Management owned around 16.2 million shares of SOFI. These aren't updated every day, so this is just a ballpark number. They owned 1.53% of the company. If we take this 16.2 million and we subtract it from what they currently have, 14.535 million, it comes in around 1.68 million shares of SOFI stock that she sold on the open market. So what are my initial thoughts about Cathie Wood selling SOFI stock? She kind of sold this stock right around where she bought it. She's not really winning or losing on this trade. In my opinion, I think she had to raise capital. So I follow all of her trades in an email blast that comes every day. And for whatever reason, it wasn't disclosed in the email on Friday, but on here on Fintel 726, it says they sold 10% of their stake in SOFI. That comes around 1.68 million shares of SOFI stock. I've been following her funds, and she hasn't been doing a lot of buying in the ARK F fund and in the ARK K fund. ARK F is where SOFI stock lives in ARK Investments kind of plethora of different funds that you can buy. And she hasn't been buying any new stock. She's been kind of trimming positions. She got absolutely obliterated on Teladoc stock. She's starting to sell Teladoc, and oh my goodness, she got absolutely destroyed. Cathie Wood has not done a good job managing these funds over the last few years, in my opinion. And if you take out some of the gains from Tesla, I would think some of these funds would be completely defunct. She really missed the boat on Nvidia, selling Nvidia right before it went on like 150% run up. Her timing has been bad. Her performance has not been good either. I'm just not a big fan of her investment strategy. She really struggled with Palantir as well. Selling low, buying high. I just can't really get behind her investment strategy. She's always like, we're in investments for 2 to 5 years. Well, you've been in SOFI for like 6 months. So unless they are desperate and need the money, what I think is happening is the people in ARK F are selling their shares. So she had to raise capital to pay off these investors who are selling their shares of the ARK F fund. And if she sells a stock where she's kind of breaking even, she's not really losing money on any trades, and she can fulfill the needs of these investors selling their shares. I would much rather be in a stock like VOO or VOOG, which is the growth fund from Vanguard, than being in a Cathie Wood fund, where we get our 10, 15, 20% on some years each and every year. And these particular funds weed out all the stocks that aren't performing, right? They do that on their own, and we don't have to worry about that. So it's only the top companies in these particular funds. Cathie Wood has good years, but she also has really horrible years. So it doesn't really balance out at the end. If you look at a stock like Berkshire Hathaway, they've performed better over the last 5 years than Cathie Wood's funds. And Berkshire Hathaway, to me, it's trading around like a 13 PE. It's significantly undervalued by the market. And I trust Warren Buffett and his team a lot more than I trust Cathie Wood and her team. So what am I doing with my SOFI shares? I'm not doing anything. Earnings are Tuesday before the bell. That's another reason why I don't understand why she's selling. Does she know something that we don't know, and it's like a little insider trading situation? I'm not sure about that. I would bet on what I was talking about earlier, where she needs to raise funds because people are selling that ARK F fund. It hasn't been really doing that well. It's not really a fund that they're buying new stocks in. It's kind of been pretty stagnant, like a lot of other holdings that she has. All the ARK funds are not performing that well, in my opinion. And like if you check out those email blasts every single day, they haven't bought any new interesting stocks in a really, really long time. And you're paying those huge fees. VOO and VOOG, there's not these huge fees that you have to pay like with ARK Investment Management. So I'm not investing in any of Cathie Wood's funds at all whatsoever, and I will not be. But I'm really interested to see how SoFi performs on Tuesday. It looks like interest rates are going to start to go down. So are we going to see Anthony Noto and his team start to make adjustments to their strategy over the next 6, 12, 18 months? I can't wait to see that. If you like these kind of updates, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.